So now settled in an Airbnb for a month, just needed a base. And yeah, one of the beauties of that is, yeah, you get all this wonderful space to yourself, but you get a kitchen. And you can just make yourself coffee in the morning and nice, simple breakfast. So this is probably 23 euros a night. Hostels seem to be 17 to 20, but if you consider making breakfast and doing laundry, you make good savings. So seems like bicycle track, but looks very inviting. Look at that view. Absolute silence. So I guess this is why you travel. The little track that I've just discovered, 21 kilometers, and at this present point in time, that's a view. Just so lucky. January 7th, 23 degrees, sun is shining, the path is dry, and I am riding. Amazing round structure. I always wonder what these were once upon a time. Is it for grain? Is it for water? You know, was it a well? Did they live in circular buildings? Who knows? I don't. So I'm assuming once upon a time this was the local well, providing the water for everyone. I'm not sure that's the case anymore. Doesn't look very clean. But on saying that, there are some lovely little fishes swimming around, so the water can't be that bad. Look at that. So this is very cool. I kind of thought maybe it was something left over from the wall. You know, like, I remember what you call them, like bunker, I guess. Machine gun post. But I stopped to have a look, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but yeah, this was on, obviously, an original well. So cool. I am loving Turkey and this whole journey, just discovering new things. So I was never sure what this journey was all about when I started, but now I realise that it's about just slowly travelling and stopping, and yeah, the ride is about discovery. 7th of January, 22 degrees, beautiful, dry, riding my motorbike across Turkey and discovering original wells. Just wonder what century this dates from. Quite incredible. So I think this is called Iskense. I'll check. But it's everywhere down here, and I just ordered it. I have no idea what it is, but it looks very interesting. Got a feeling it's going to be more awful with lots of Greek yogurt, or Turkish yogurt, as the case may be. This is really good and interesting. I'm kind of now thinking maybe this is sweet bread, or whatever it's called. I'm rubbish at this. There's definitely some kebab meat in there as well. Kind of like doughy bread chunks. It's really good actually. Different. Not what I expected. Even though I don't know what I expected. Oh my god! It is raining! Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but the shine on these tiles is the fact. There is no seal on this door. And look at the rain. Oh my god. It's been getting heavier and heavier, and I am not going out, but look. We're taking in waters, Captain. What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours and we've got sunshine.
Sun climbs up over the town, washes shadows right off my frown. Birds sing loud, let's break the silence, chase away all the night's defiance. Leaves on trees, a shimmering dance, children's laughter giving chance to a world built on bright lines, painting joy with simple signs. Hey, hey, it's a bright new day, colors splash in perfect sway. Feel the rhythm in your feet, make the world your heartbeats beat. Windows open, breeze floats in, bringing whispers of where we've been. But today we start anew, spreading light like morning dew. Hey, hey, it's a bright new day, colors splash in perfect sway. Feel the rhythm in your feet, make the world your heartbeat
Wow.
beat.
I'm already completely out of breath. But the scale of this is quite incredible. I'm not sure whether you can get a full idea from video, but it just goes on and on and on, all the way up the sides of these mountains. So I was just thinking back to the Acropolis, and for 30 euros you could join thousands of people following a path that's laid out. And here in Turkey, this was €3, and basically you can just wander wherever you want. Isn't that incredible? Amazing. So you can just wander around, and look at this. This is obviously one of the original wells. Slightly scared I dropped my camera, because that looks deep. How amazing is that? Amazing. Original well. And this tree, well, dead tree, once upon a time growing out of it. What an incredible place. So there's a small modern town, I guess, supporting the tourists that come to see this. I think it's Keoko, and it was a Greek settlement that was abandoned after the war, World War I, and the Greeks from this settlement went back to Greece in an agreement. But what a place. Come up to this small church right at the top. The Turkish flag flying. Just amazing history. Wow.
Okay, so I said Greek salad and I quickly realised I should say Turkish salad. And Turkish salad just turned up. And this looks like one of the best salads I've had. Beautiful bread on the side and just waiting for the rest of the main course. So the lady described it as meatballs, which is certainly not. It is pieces of meat. And it's kind of like a fajita, I guess. It's absolutely delicious. But the rice is perfect. Look how many ducks there are. What a view. Cormorants over there. And beautiful park bench. Apart from the pigeons. But look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And ducks! Lots of ducks. One rainy day, one beautiful sunny day, one rainy day. I just saw reports of like Istanbul just got smashed by huge winds, so hopefully this just passes. Just a day, but no power. I know, I'll make myself coffee. But of course, the pump is electric. And there's no electric. It may take a while. Okay, so the water's barely running, but of course, the sparker's electric, and I'm not a smoker, so I can't light the stove. Oh my god. Okay, no coffee. So I've been thinking about this since New Year, and on a rainy day with no power in Turkey, it seems the perfect day to make this video. I guarantee you can change your life in 1 year. Completely change it. And I don't mean join the gym and go for a few months, but you can. And if you can stick with it, or do Tai Chi, which seems to be advertised everywhere on social media at the moment, then do that. And I don't mean just go on a diet. Although, again, please do it and cut down on the fast food and processed food that you're eating. You know, eat more healthy. It will make a huge difference to your life. But for me, it started New Year's Eve 2024. I was sitting in Bali in a bar. I had been traveling the islands around Bali, and I'd done like 40 dives, and I was in an amazing space. But I also realized I wasn't happy. I was in a 10-year relationship which was coming to an end, had had died, really, sadly. Beautiful lady, but just wasn't right for us. I was soon traveling back in March to the UK to our business, which had never recovered from COVID. And that was a real shame and real hard on my played hard on my mind. It's a heavy burden to carry, this idea that what you'd worked for 15 years was dying. I was going back to a caravan in the UK. Problems with money had meant that I'd given up the flat that I'd been renting and I was living in a caravan. So, you know, some people would count that as being homeless. But it was a base, and that's kind of what I needed at the time. And at that point, I started to realize that I truly had to change everything about my life, my relationship, my work, and how I just viewed living. And I'd started to see digital nomads and this whole concept of maybe you don't have to just fit into the box that society has provided you, you know, that small allocation of space which the 1% allow you. Maybe there's a freedom that you could have. So I came back to the UK, I bought a 125 motorbike, I rode it every day, I practiced, I did figures of 8, I did braking, and I was determined that I would get my bike license. And with that, I would be able to buy a good sized bike, a bike that I could travel across the world. And I did. And I set myself a challenge that I would ride to Turkey. And in the UK, it seemed like so far away, kind of like this mystical land, which would take forever to arrive at. But January 10th, here I am. I've been here for, I don't know, 5-6 days. I rode across Europe and had an amazing time in Albania and Croatia, and just experienced riding a motorbike every day, just getting up and just traveling. And it has been incredible. But I made the challenge, which seems strange, and so there are things that I need to do back in the UK. So my new challenge is to attempt to ride back to the UK. I need to be back by the start of May and visit all the countries that Fine Penguins says I haven't visited yet. And it's about 21 countries. A couple of countries I'll have to cross twice to get to countries that I haven't been to. So in my life, I've been to approximately 40 countries and islands. I'm 60. And now in the next 4 months, I am going to attempt to go to 21 more, right across Europe and Sweden, and so up to Scandinavia and places like this. So it's a new challenge, and yeah, I'm excited about it. But the point of this video was to just say, we can all do this. Open your mind. Don't settle into it's cold, it's miserable, I just have to sit and complain about the UK or America or whatever country you're from, even Turkey, you know? There's a whole world outside of the country that you live in. There's different experiences, there's new people to meet, there's cultures to try and understand. You're never going to understand the whole world because it's a big place. But it's a place that's out there. It's a place that's accessible. You know, my mind is awake again, alive again. I was miserable and sad and small. And now I taught myself to ride a motorbike. I barely made it through the theory. I haven't learned anything since I was like, I don't know, 19 was my last real exam. I barely made it through the first part of the practical, having made a stupid mistake, which then wobbled me. You know, the guy then said in my second part of my practical, he shouldn't pass me because of what I did at a roundabout. And I thank him for like passing me, because here I am, over 8,000 kilometers into my journey on the motorbike. And the only reason is because he allowed me to pass my test. So a huge thanks to him. But that's what's possible. I did it, you can do it. Take a bike test, take a car test. If you've already got the tests, buy, travel, experience. There is a whole world waiting for you. And that's kind of it, really. That's kind of what I wanted to say. I just really want to inspire people that this is doable. The age is just a number. But if you settle into that number, if you settle into what's allocated to you, then it's never going to change. But you can be the change. Don't let all the young people have all the fun with being a digital nomad. You can do it as well. If you're sitting in an office every day just crunching numbers on a computer, you could be sitting by the beach in Thailand. There are so many people doing that. Just don't accept the construct that has been created for society is the only way to go. There is an opportunity. If you've got some money, I don't have a lot of money. If you've got some money, you can do it. Start saving, start manifesting, read The Science of Getting Rich. I didn't get rich from The Science of Getting Rich. I understood the secret. And the secret is make it happen. Don't wait for it. Don't just sit in your room and hope and dream and manifest, and then all of a sudden that $50,000 check is just going to come through the letterbox. I call BS. What you need to do is you need to create your future. You. Today, start thinking about it. It's a new year. 2026, incredible opportunities. Every year there is incredible opportunities. Forget the past, you can't change it. Live for today and aim for a future that you want. And start creating that. Start creating it today. And if you do, as I said at the start of this video, I promise you in 1 year, you can change your life. I did, and you can. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. Something magical about being by the sea. Sun going down, even when it's not the most beautiful sunset. It's just something incredible about the power of the water, the power of nature, the fact that you know that tomorrow the sun will come back. Nature always provides.